Alright, what you got done, do the outside and the inside, done the whole inspection here, go right through these pictures here. Cover side of the front of the home. Got some cracking in the driveway. It looks like it's been resealed at one point in time, just keep that resealed. Some more cracking in the driveway. And then that outlet, I didn't forgot to delete that picture, but it did work on that switch in the garage. Cover shot of the walkway there. And we've got some vegetation right up against the house. We'd like to see about an 18-inch gap between the vegetation and the siding there. And then that one there, it did not come on. When we tried to switch it on the inside, it did not respond. So I'm not sure there's no power to that one. And I didn't have any power to that one. I'm not sure if the switches on the inside, they may, like you say, they may work here and there. And then cover shot there of the chimney, and we'd like to see about a 2-inch gap between the siding and the shingles there to see if there's step flashing stuff in there. I could not see anything, but when I got up in the attic, I did not see any leaking or anything like that going on. And they were a little bit on some of the windows. It's a little punchy there. The wood, I mean, it's painted, so just make sure that it stays painted, and I think it'll be okay. But see, it's just a little soft. Cover shot of the walkway, and then that light is loose. And I guess he fixed it. Cover shot of your hose bib there, nice water there, and again, our vegetation right up there against the house. And we don't check the storm windows, but that storm window, it fell in there on that window there on the front. And then we had a couple of these fasteners here that are pulled loose. The screws came back out of it, pulled back out. There's another one. And then we had a nail pop or something. It's kind of hard to see up there, but it looks like one of the nails popped up on it, pushing the shingle up. Cover shot of the right side of the home. And again, a little soft, little punchy right there on that window. Your gas meter there, and then there's your shutoff right there on the side there on the gas meter. Cover shot of your AC unit. It's a Lennox, and I did not see a date on it. It's sitting right up against the house. We like to see them a little bit away from the house to get nice airflow on it. But I say you've got about 3 inches between the house and the AC unit. It run good. Everything. It's quite rusty on top, but it run good. And there's your disconnect box right there. See, I was trying to get a picture of the. I could only get, it was about that wide to get in there in behind it, but I could not see a date on it. I said it's just rusty there on top. And then here's where I was talking about your retaining wall back here. It's shift in a little bit from the soil on the outside there. Cover shot of your back patio. Cover shot of your crawl space going in, and your water spigot back there. And then we're below grade on that, and that's maybe where some of your water's coming in from. This there's a vent right in behind that, and
right
underneath the faucet, and they've got a window well there, or a vent well, however whatever you want to call it, but it's all filled up, and all that water from back here, it doesn't have any place to go, but it'll go right into that crawl space. So I would say this is where most of your water's coming from. So if we could get, on some of the other ones, we had a metal retaining wall around it. So if we could get one of them and get it above grade, and I think it'll divert that water and get that water, some of that water away from the foundation. And then again, your vegetation is just right up there against the house. Another cover shot of your patio there, and there's you got 3 electric panel boxes. You got this one here on the outside, and this is your main service coming in. And it's a 200 amp breaker coming into, or 200 amp wire coming into 200 amp breaker, and you've got some breakers there on the outside. I'm not sure if those go. It was not labeled, but I assume that some of those were for the outside, maybe retaining walls and stuff, maybe. Possibly. And then that wires the other 2 breakers as well, the panel boxes as well. And we're missing the anti-oxidizing grease on the main wires coming. I'd like to see that on the main wires coming in. But other than that, it's a nice looking box. Cover shut there on the back side of the garage. And again, a little punchy there. That's on this door right back here on this back corner right here. It just needs, keep an eye on it, keep it painted, scrape it and paint it. And then we're loose on some of the big caps on that retaining wall. You can actually lift some of them up. Cover shot on that side of the garage, on the very back side. Just cover shot of your retaining wall there. And that's a Goodman, and I'm not sure, did not see a date on that one either. But it fired right up and run good, so your nice disconnect box there. And then we're missing the insulation on the refrigerant line is kind of deteriorated on that, so definitely want to get that covered back up. Get a little bit better shot on that. And then that light is loose as well, back there behind the garage there by that garage door. And then again, on that door as well, it's just needs scraped and painted again to prolong the life on that. And then I'm not sure what's going on with that shingle that's buckled up. I'm not sure if there's a nail pop or something on that, pushing that shingle up like that. And then there's no TFCI. You got power to all your outlets on the retaining wall. You got a little switch you got to turn on your power, but there's no TFCI out there. Okay. And then you got the steps, and I like to see a handrail on those steps going up there. Cover shot of the other side of the garage there. And as you can see, you got some caps that are deteriorated, just need to be recapped coming into the garage. As you can see, we got, it's kind of hard to see, but you got some minor cracking going as soon as you step into the garage, but it's just, you know, keep it monitored and you know, maybe reseal it, just put some sealer on it. And you got your optic eye on both sides, the reverse work good, nice quiet operation lift master. And then you got one open ground in the garage, and you've only got one GFCI plug in the garage, and it works, but the rest of the plugs, they're not GFCI protected in the garage. And then, yeah, it was just showing that you had GFCI did not work. And then those are beyond our scope to inspect. Dirty, as you can see, it's fairly dirty on the back side there. It just needs a good cleaning. And I stepped up into the garage attic. The attic, they've got quite a bit of storage up there, so I mean, that checked out good. Had the H clips in all the right places. The bracing, everything checked out good on that. And then I went up on the roof. As you can see, we've got most of our vents. They've got them shingle.
Yeah, I see the shingles underneath of the.
They're supposed this bottom is supposed to be on top of the shingle. They got the shingle over top, and they've got tar around them, and most of that tar is broke loose on that. But whenever I got in the attic, I did not see any signs of moisture or anything like that coming in. But just definitely, I mean, and the shingles, they have 6 years on them, but you know, but definitely want to get that recaulked up there on the around all those vents. Pretty much all the vents were like that. And then we've got some nail pops on the ridge cap, bird poop, and there's a little bit better. And as you can see, it's actually split open, so you can easily let water in that. And then this chimney here, it looked fairly good, except on the very front side, we're starting to crack, so just need to get that resealed. And then we had quite a bit of mortar missing there, just re-mortar that and get that closed up. Cover shot of the roof there. And again, we've had several places where the ridge cap, we had actually had holes all the way through the shingles. I didn't see any. I mean, you got shingles underneath the ridge cap, but there was just chunks of the ridge cap were gone. As you can see the difference here. On this one looks newer than this one back here.
Yeah, but after looking at that chimney, I'm kind of wondering if it's just not the way the weather is.
It could be that it's just the way the weather is. But these back here on the back side and on the whole garage, the rest of the roof, they all look like this, and then this front part looked like that. So I'm not sure whenever they done whatever on the chimney, if they went on ahead and just done a whole new roof on that front side. It could have been. I don't know how they done that. Then I stepped up into the attic into the main house. Just a couple cover shots there. And then this pipe here, this is your main plumbing vent, and it goes out through the roof there, and it's completely capped off. And it's supposed to be open where it lets that that air out of there, and they've just got a cap right on top of it, and it's a little dark right there where I think it's seeping out, where the air is seeping out of it. So I mean, definitely we need to get that cap pulled back off of that vent pipe. They've just got it completely capped off on the outside. I was a little confused, and I was like, well,
I wonder if that's connected though. I know when the plumber did his stuff, he said that he had to cap one of them off.
I don't know if it could, I don't know, but I know that it runs over and runs right down that wall in that first bathroom we get to here, and it runs right down to that wall, and I know that's for your plumbing vent, but like I said, it runs out there and it's just capped off, and I didn't see anything disconnected up in the attic.
Okay.
And then there's your bird nesting going on right there beside the chimney, but all that looks old, and I think that was all previous stains up there right there beside this chimney there. Just cover shots of the terrible pictures there. And then we were missing some of the inside, and this one right here is loose. That one, the nails pulled completely out, and I can push it around. It's another terrible picture, but as you can see down here, they put some new lights and stuff in here, and whenever they've done that, they've pushed the insulation all the way out, and it just needs to be pushed back and redistributed up there. The insulation looked good up there, other than where they put the new lights and they just pushed it all out of the way, and they got big piles of it, and they didn't put it back and
just turn the light on and get your head for you.
Yeah. And then I come down and went into the first electric panel box, and it's in the bathroom closet, right inside that where your main wire comes in there, and it's all nicely labeled there. I didn't really have any issues with all the wires matched up to the breakers, but I had quite a few loose wires. And I had it's a 200 amp wire coming in 200 amp breaker. We had some loose wires down here. They're just exposed.
Those are they're no longer hot. It had radiant ceilings. There was dials on there and it had copper wire going through there. That's what those are from. Those were deleted because when he was wiring the house, we put the ceiling fans in the ceiling, and the way those work, it's a grid. So he had to cut them to put the ceiling fans in there. So he just unhooked everything when he put the new box in. He did tell me that.
And then we've got some more there, and then we've got this big 100 amp wire. I'm not sure what that is, but that's just exposed wires in there as well.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what's going on with that. But other than that, it was a nice looking box. And then we come over here to this furnace over here. It's right in that door right there. It's a Lennox, and I believe it's an 89. It's an older unit, and it vibrates whenever
it runs off a spark plug. I thought it was interesting because
is that what it is?
Glacier Heating and Air. I'm good friends with Michael Pearson, the guy who owns it, and he serviced all these, and he was telling me about that. He actually learned on that one. He says it runs off a split fire spark plug, and the way they did it, you can get in there and change the spark plug out, and I can't remember what it's called. I'm not an AC guy.
Yeah.
But he said it runs off a spark plug on a car.
Well, that's interesting.
So he goes, they're noises.
Yeah, I did, because whenever it fired up, I was like, man, that thing's noisy. He said that this thing runs off of a spark plug.
Yeah, he told me that.
Yeah.
That's what those are interesting.
Yeah.
It's a little noisy, but still completely functional.
But yes, it worked. It's a little dirty here on the inside, but other than that, it run good. Other than now I know why it was a little noisy, and that filter's a little dirty. Need to get it washed out. And come into the other furnace here, and I believe it's a 2001. And it had a nice, pretty blue flame. Didn't really have any issues with it, other than it may be in the video on the front, but that filter was really, really dirty. It's caked. Yeah, I mean it's extremely dirty. And as I had just mentioned that filter was dirty, we just replaced it, so we've got a clean filter in that. And then this is our third and last panel box. And they've got it all labeled. They don't have any labeling inside the box, so they've got this printed out sheet. And they've got another one here on the inside to show where all the breakers and everything goes. It was a nice looking panel box. It's a 100 amp server, 100 amp wire coming into 100 amp breaker, and we've got some more breakers up here too. We needed to add any more. Overall, it was a nice looking box. All the wires matched all up to all the breaker. We had a couple of knockouts on the top that need to have a plug put back in. If there's a fire in the box, we like to keep it contained, and that's where the fire would go out. And we step into this kitchen area. And this is the dining room, the kitchen cover shot, and the dishwasher's loose. Cover shot of the drain system down there. Cover shot of the stove, everything worked. The ventilator worked good. Cover shot of the refrigerator, and the ice maker is off. Cover shot of the range there, worked good. And cover shot of that family room, or whatever you want to call that. And we had a little hump in the floor where that, you can actually see where that wall comes out. You got a little hump, little hump there. And then that window on the right side, it fell down. Whenever you open it, it just falls back down. And then I don't know what those switches are for. Those are right directly on the inside from that out there, but I turned them on and went out and checked it, and it didn't do anything. I don't know what those switches were for. Come into this bathroom, flush the toilet, everything checked out good on the toilet, and then that switch goes to nowhere. I'm not sure what that switch is for. It does not respond to anything. And then that sink there, it's slow, it clogged or something, the water is slow going down. Step into the main living room. And then those two windows on the back side, they're stuck shut. And we have reverse polarity on the one plug up there by the door. Then also, I'll get back to this picture here, but we've got a little one of the crack in one of the windows. Cover shot of your fireplace. Yeah, that's about as far up as I could see. So definitely.
I thought that was a picture of the attic for a minute. Oh my God.
No, so definitely, before they fire it up, just get a chimney sweep out here and get it cleaned up, make sure everything's good on that. And I could not get that blower fan to respond either. Cover shot of your hallway. Cover shot of the laundry room there. Your waters are right there. And then those doors, in the laundry room, they kind of rub and need adjusted there. And came into the back center bedroom. Checked all the outlets, all the windows, everything checked out good. Other than that door, it rubs there up top there. And then was it in that bedroom, that window, it falls down as well. And coming into this bathroom, the toilet flush good, filler tube looked good, shower kicked right on. And then this stopper here, the drain, everything looked good. I could not get that stopper to work right, and I finally got it done. I mean, it's kind of sticks.
They're weird. You got to push them down and kind of turn it a little bit as it comes up.
It comes back up, and I got it to working, but that faucet there is quite loose. It definitely needs tightened up on that, and both of them were a little loose. Both of those faucets are a little loose.
What do you mean? Which part?
This part right here.
Okay.
The whole part. There's a nut on the bottom side of them usually that just needs to be tightened up. To get it stiffened up, and that was where.
I was asking because when we first got these in here, I bumped one of them. I thought I broke the damn thing because they swivel back and forth. So
this whole thing swivels. The actual where the water comes out, it swivels, but the whole. Okay. And I can go show it to you here in a minute.
I just want to clarify.
Cover shot of that closet. And you come into the other bathroom, flush the toilet, everything checked out good on that. The sinks work good. The drains, everything checked out good on that. Shower kicked right on. And then our lock is messed up on that bathroom window. And come into the back or to the front center bedroom. Checked out all the windows, the closet, everything checked out good. Come into the front right bedroom. Checked all the windows, all the outlets, and then we're missing the cover plate on that.
Behind the door, right?
Behind the door. Then coming into the back right bedroom, checked all the fan, the light, the outlets, checked out good, and then that lock on that window as well.
So that's the back corner.
It's the back corner, yep. Cover shot of the closet there, and then there's your broken glass
About the bay window.
in the bay window in the living room. Then I come down to the crawl space. And right here, there's where you can see that water stripping down, and this is the pipe I was talking about. They've got this black pipe, and they just drilled holes into the top of the pipe, and they just screwed a fitting down in it, and it's leaking around that one, it's leaking around that one.
So they should have installed a T piece there, a proper plumbing T to connect those.
And they've just got it duct tape. They got duct tape on several of them.
So how many taps in that pipe are there? I kind of got lost in that.
There was one, I believe they had two, I believe. No, they had 1, 2, 3 down through there.
Okay.
And they've got duct tape on another one over there. And then we've got all our insulation. Our insulation is put in backwards, and quite a bit of it has fallen out of it, and some of it's hanging down. As you can see, that's your water line all the way up here on top of that block. I mean, these are clean and these are all dirty. That's, as you can see down here too, where
The water line from previous flooding.
from previous flooding in there.
So maybe we'll consider doing like a sump pump as a backup system, you know, in case it does try to flood on you again. And also I'm noticing that this block here is turned the wrong direction. Those holes should be going up and down, not horizontally.
But like I was saying earlier, I think that if this window or this vent well out here is below grade, and I believe that you're getting a lot of water from your back patio is going right in. That's where you're getting a lot of your water in. Just a couple more cover shots of your plumbing there, and as you can see, I mean, all this plastic is really dirty, dusty. I mean, it's not wet or anything. I mean, you got quite a bit of, for instance, stuff right there on the blocks there, and as you can see, where your dirt line is on your block there. More duct tape. And then we've got this beam running down. I believe it's about right underneath the furnace here. We've got a little beam running down through there, and again, our blocks are turned the wrong way. They're just sitting there. It's kind of not really stabilized. And then we've got our CSST line running this show. I'm showing where it runs over into this area over here, and it runs all the way out to that. So definitely want to get that grounded on that. Just another cover shot of where you can see your dirt line or your water line previous, and it had an open wire splice in there. I'd like to see that in a junction box.
I think it's probably a dead wire.
It may be a dead wire. Like I said, that you got these red, black, and white wire that's kind of exposed there. And those are your pictures. And do you have any other questions about anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll wrap up this video. Thank you for choosing Certainty Home Inspection. If you have any questions, just call the office and we'll take care of it.